Geoffrey Giuliano is an actor, a narrator, a radio personality, and an author. Based in Pattaya, this amazingly versatile and talented artist has just launched a new book, a new company, and recently starred in The Mechanic 2 with Jason Statham. I caught up with Geoffrey to find out more. Now, Geoffrey, moving on to a completely different subject, can you tell me about your illustrated series?
Yeah, in 1994, a small company in London gave me a commission to do 6 books on, at that time, the icons of rock, which was John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Jimi Hendrix, Elvis Presley, and Eric Clapton, it says here.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we did that. And amazingly now, how many years since 1994? Lots, right?
Quite a few.
And this is Eric Clapton's 70th birthday, by the way. Mm-hmm. He's still going, so am I. So anyway, these people, amazingly, are still iconic, aren't they? Mm. All those people. So at the time, when I said purposefully it was a small company, which means they weren't very good, and they didn't do it properly. But in those days, they would give me lots and lots of money, and all I would have to do is write something, put it in the Federal Express, because there was no email, and they'd send me lots of money again. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really see, and it wasn't really the author's business to see what they were up to, and you wouldn't see it till it was done, and that's crap, you know. But anyway, so now that the rights, that company's gone out of business, and well, of the 30 books I've written, all of the over these years, the rights have reverted to me. So now I have a chance to go in there and do them the way I want to do them, okay? Mm-hmm. And 2 people in there in particular, Jimi Hendrix and George Harrison, I have a lot of affection for and are important to me in some way. The other thing is that when I first did my Elvis Presley book, there was a lot of these fat Elvis pictures. And when I went to redo the book, which is what I've done, I've redone all the books, in short, I just said, hey, let's show Elvis the icon. You know, not the fat, horrible, falling on the bathroom, spewing up.
Very cute original Elvis.
The cute, sexy, I even got it with the shirt, you know, the gay community, I got with the shirt off, and I tried to find, it's called this the gay section of the book, you know. And yeah, I've gone over the books, I've added new photographs, I've updated the text, and they will be ready for to download and also print on demand. But these are the old ones.
This is the old one, so this is what they originally look like.
Yeah. And they didn't, and look at that, it's all red, too much red in the face, it's just not very good.
So the
know?
new ones will actually be available.
But there's a very handsome guy right here.
He's very
yeah, in the 1980s, who's that guy? Watch out, flock of seagulls, here we come. Okay.
So, but you mentioned that you can download them as well, they will be available.
They'll be available on all the places that you can download books, and that's what, you wonder what's Geoffrey up to, and that's what I've been up to for several years, is to take 30 books, imagine that, and first of all, writing 30 books, and then taking them years later and digitizing them, and you have to go over each little, you know, thing, like it's forensic detail, and update the, you know, it's a real big job. It's taken several years, but we're almost done.
Yeah, now tell me a little bit about the new company, because it's more music related.
Oh, really? The new company? Oh, great. What a great question. It's called Icon Music Books. Yes. It's to put out my work again, but there's 30 of them, you know, and it really is a great big job. But And the guy who works for me said, I've worked with you for a year and we haven't even put any book out. And what I tend to do, which is probably not a good idea, is to work a little bit on all the books. Now, I know if you were there, you'd say, no, finish one book and let's get it up and get some money coming in. And that's actually what we're doing now. But
I read like that. I read with several books going on at once.
Well, I mean, if I got a guy there to do the photos, okay, do all the photos for all the books. And they are actually done now. So I've got, you know, component parts of all of them, but they're all ready to go out. Now, I have to tell you that yesterday, I get mail every day, pretty much on Facebook with people who read my books, you know. I forget about that, but people contact me. One guy yesterday wrote me from France, and he said that, blah, 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 I've read all your books, and on page 113, paragraph 2 of Blackbird, is it true that blah, blah, blah? And I said, wow, you really did read my books. So I tend to forget that I have a readership out there. And also, what I've always said about books is they have a life of their own. They're like children. You know, you bring them into the world, and they go out, and God knows where they go. People are still interested in these people, and of course I've got new books and new projects, but it's who in life, you can't go back and re-raise your kid. You know, in life, how many times do you get a chance to go back and redo the work that you did when you were much, much younger? And it's a little creepy too.
But very few of us have that chance. I mean, but when do you have time to write? Do you write during the night or during the day? Or?
I write in the morning. I write in the morning. I get up about 5 o'clock and I write. But this is mostly rewriting. This is kind of editing. But new books, just generally any writing, anything that I do, best intellectually or whatever it is, mental exercise in the morning. It's good for me from about 4 in the morning until about 8, 9 o'clock. How very boring that is.
So you go to bed very early then?
No, I stay up late.
Oh, okay, so you don't need much sleep.
No, I don't need much sleep. There's no rest for the wicked.
No, absolutely not.
Listen, this is all joking aside. It's a very worthy project, I think, because young people, this music cycles around. And they go, well, who's that guy? I have an interest in letting young people who are getting involved with the music, because they do, obviously, know who these people are. Who's Eric Clapton? Who's Jimi Hendrix? Not so much Elvis Presley. I think that's the kind of blue hair brigade that like him. I don't know that he's wearing so well, but probably they all got big royalty checks in their lawyers' accounts this year.
Well, what's old is new again. It's great.
And thank you for having me on.
Thanks.
And it was a great pleasure for you too, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you.
Thanks, Geoffrey. Thank you.